Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm actually uploading the video from Leesburg, the whole stressful week thing. Man, I'm glad that's over with, honestly, but on to bigger and better things. So I've got my Savannah trip coming up in 5 days. And what I wanted to do was make sure my coolant level is still where it's supposed to be, oil level, etc. So I just put this on the center stand. I checked the coolant level. Everything's fine with the coolant. Both in the radiator and the reservoir. I just let it run for 2 minutes, and now I'm letting it sit for a couple minutes so I can check the oil level. But something I noticed, so on the way to Leesburg yesterday, I was noticing this slight burnt rubber smell, and I honestly thought it was either Jack or Colleen's bike as we were going, and it wasn't all the time. It was just every now and then I'd get a good whiff of it. I kind of dismissed it, thinking it was them. I rode home by myself, and on the way I started smelling it a little bit here and there again. So I'm like, well, they're not around, so clearly it's mine. The only thing that's different on the motorcycle since the last time I rode it was the tire. So I'm thinking, why the hell does it smell like burnt rubber? I couldn't see where it was rubbing anywhere. I finally found it. Check this dumb shit out. So I never noticed it before on the old tire because the tread was about halfway gone. You see this line right here? It's a cut in the tire. Now, I'm not too worried about the cut right now because it's not very deep, and I know the tread's going to wear down anyway. It's got to be from this bullshit, one of these screws. So I'm taking that off promptly. I don't want this thing burning my tire as I'm going down the road. We're going to check the oil and then take that little son of a bitch off.
YouTube, what is happening? Today's Wednesday. I haven't been on any of my motorcycles since Saturday when I went up to Leesburg. So if you watch my video that I released on Monday, so 2 days ago, I think that's 2 days ago, yeah. A lot of the problems I had were troubleshooting audio on the Hero 6, and I was talking about how sometimes it worked and most of the time it wasn't. So I troubleshot, figured out it was the camera, and got this Hero 8. I don't want to lean on that problem too much, but guess what? I'm thinking, all right, this morning, let's do a motovlog piece, especially because, again, I'm trying to be on the Royal Enfield. And this is the third time in a row. So last Wednesday on the Royal Enfield. Now today on Wednesday, no audio again. This is the new GoPro. What the fuck is going on? Whoa, whoa. If you heard that click, that was straight up a freaking bug smash in my face. Anyway, I may have figured out the problem. This is a very lazy motovlog piece. One, because we're doing 25 and a 45. This kind of fucking sucks, but there we go. Let's get past all that nonsense. Anyway, I think I figured out the problem, and most likely my Hero 6 is just fine. When you know it. So then, you know, the frugal person, which I am, might think, hey, let's just return that 8-pin and get that $250 back. But no, I don't think I want to return this thing, man. I think I didn't, like I said in the video before, wasn't really prepared to, you know, throw $300 out at GoPro right now, but now that I have it, it's a sunk cost, you know what I mean? And $250 for a GoPro 8, 3 batteries is really fucking good, so I don't really see the point in returning it. Plus, I already had plans that I was going to take that 6, since I knew it recorded video, and do some camera angles on the Goldwing. Probably a suction cup on the saddlebag. I don't know, we'll figure out something else with it. But so I'm recording all this right now on the way to lunch on Wednesday. I don't want to talk too much, just in case I'm just talking into nothing with no audio. But I tried some tricks that I learned about this morning, and hopefully that fixes it. So let's get on into lunch. If this works, then we'll do a better vlog piece later on. Okay. I just tried something in a different order. Again, not trying to linger on this too long. It's like when somebody in your family calls you and they only want to talk about the same thing all the time. It's like, okay, dude, enough. Oh, man, it feels so good to be back on the Bruiser, baby. I need to amend a statement that I've made a lot recently. Oh, that's a pretty big fucking bump. I keep saying that the Bollywood Bruiser is my favorite motorcycle, and it's not. Oh, don't kill me, don't kill me. So, now that I'm splitting a lot of my time between the Bruiser and the Gold Wings, I've got a different perspective on it. I have a lot of fun on this motorcycle, and I said it last time that I do ride this more than the Gold Wing. It's just really easy, it's nimble, it's easy to whip around, yada yada yada. Although the 1500 is pretty fucking nimble for that big ass bike, man. It's actually pretty surprising. A lot different than the 1200. To be fair, the 1200 is, you know, worn out and the suspension sucks, so maybe that has a lot to do with it. I tend to drag the floorboards when I turn too sharp on it because there's no suspension. But so this one is my favorite application for around town. For commute riding, it's exactly why I wanted a motorcycle like this in the first place, because I knew most of my riding was going to be this type of riding, commute riding, and it serves that purpose really well. I get a whole different feeling when I'm on the Royal Enfield. Not necessarily more aggressive, but it is kind of that. I feel like I can get away with a little bit more. I mean, it's not fast, but I can get away with a little bit more assertiveness on the road, if you will. I can lane stab a little better. I can get away with some shit that the Gold Wing just isn't suited for. But if I even thought about, you know, tomorrow night is Thursday night, and I'm off Friday going to Savannah, and I thought to myself, let's hit up Orlando Ace Cafe for bike night. If I even dreamt of riding this motorcycle to Orlando, fuck no. I dread the thought of it. But man, put me on that Gold Wing, boy, on an open highway, hell yeah. So then the Gold Wing becomes my favorite bike in that scenario. And to think, man, to be able to do something like that for $2,000, plus or minus whatever repairs and maintenance I do on it. But yeah, so the Bollywood Bruiser is not my absolute favorite motorcycle. I think I wanted to clarify that, and I think I kept reiterating that this was my favorite bike to kind of help convince myself that it was my absolute favorite motorcycle, and it's just not the case. This must be union work. Look at all these guys.
All right, so it is 6:30 a.m. and we are leaving for Savannah in about 6 hours. And what did I do? I am the master procraster. Yeah, baby. It took me about 20 minutes. I've been out here working since about 6 a.m. But it took me about 20 minutes to get that all apart and get that stupid Indian head off of there. So I'm going to put this back together, torque everything up, and then we'll be ready to go later. And just like that, she's done. It's 7:20 in the morning, so it took me an hour and 10 minutes, including 2 little breaks to go inside and get more coffees. Not bad. We'll take it for a little test spin, finish packing up, and then we'll see you on the road. Alrighty, we are on our way. Once again, I've got Jack and Colleen up ahead of me. Oh man, what a morning. As you saw, I did took that Indian head off the front fairing, and I didn't know what I was going to do the rest of the day, so I went and got some travel-sized toiletries. Then I went and bought a memory card for the Hero 6 that used to be my main workhorse. I know you guys are really probably tired of GoPro talk, but I kind of like telling you a little bit about what's going on. And I wanted a way to mount this, and I wanted a way to be able to show some shots while I'm riding that weren't necessarily on my helmet. So we're going to see if this is the solution. I will get tired of having this thing stuck in my face like this, so I'll probably
try to figure out another way to mount this thing that's not, it's not really in the way. It's just kind of annoying right here in the middle. But I don't know. I think it's a pretty good idea right now. We'll see if it goes tumbling behind me. Man, it is an absolutely gorgeous day in Florida. I think it's, yeah, 81 degrees outside. Oh man, I can't wait. We're heading over to the coast. We're gonna hit up A1A. So we're gonna take I-4 through Orlando, hit up A1A, which is the coastal highway, and then go up that way. I really, really, really hope that it's still daylight between St. Augustine and Jacksonville, because that section of A1A around Ponte Vedra Beach, oh man, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's right up against the coast. There aren't very many homes in the way. It's just beautiful, man. I definitely want to be able to get some daylight shots of that. But we'll see what happens. It's already 1:40 in the afternoon. It'll be dark in about 4 hours. We got to make it through Orlando. Blah, 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 blah. I am so glad we have friends who are willing to do this. I do want to thank everybody. I don't know how far we are into this video. I've got several things to edit from this week, but thank you so much for coming along. I did want to address something that I did 2 days ago. I worked on my logo because I wanted it to look better. You know, I was a little embarrassed at the camp out, the Forgotten Angels camp out, that, you know, I didn't have anything. So many people had stickers and poker chips or cards or something, and I didn't have shit. Now, I know you're not required to, but I felt like, man, everybody's got all this stuff. I don't have anything. I wasn't really happy with my old white base logo anyway, so I redid that. But I know what I'm about to say is going to receive mixed. There's going to be some mixed feelings on it, I think, just because I know how people are on the internet. But I did launch an OnlyFans, so I can, no, I'm just kidding. I did launch a Patreon. I'm going to take the same approach that, you know, some others take. You know, my lowest tier is $1, and the approach is, look, man, this is a hobby. This is something that I do for fun. There are costs involved, and I have no problem bearing those costs myself. I've been doing it, you know, this whole time. But I thought, you know what, if people want to help support, you know, there's subscription fees that I pay for different softwares, 15 hours sometimes that I'll spend on a Sunday getting everything wrapped up for the week ahead. You know how it is. So by no means do I expect anyone, not one person, if you don't want to, don't do it. You have to cancel it. If you do decide to support and be a patron and you have to cancel, please cancel. I don't know if I'm going to launch a Discord or not. I think that seems to be the going thing, but if you're like me, you're already in like 1,000 Discords. It's hard to keep track of everybody, but I got 3 tiers right now. It's $1, $3, or $1, $5, and $10. Again, I don't really expect anything. If you do feel like helping me out with a little bit of support, I appreciate it. If not, no worries whatsoever. Sincerely. I can't stress enough how much I mean that. Anyway, we're going to get on down the road. I-4, this is the most dangerous interstate in America, in my opinion. But let's get on down the road. I'll probably turn the camera back on here in a little bit.
First gas stop, first, maybe only, food stop. How did you like Orlando?
Oh, fuck Orlando.
Orlando was an absolute nightmare. We went an hour and a half, 45 miles. It's getting a little cooler out, almost into Daytona. We got about 30 miles left of Daytona, and then we're gonna head up north on A1A. I'm hoping we have some daylight on A1A because the scenery is fucking chef's kiss up there. We'll see you there.
Oh boy, well, the sun is starting to set. You like how I leave my thumb out of these gloves? I can't feel the buttons on my GoPro unless I take the thumb out, but anyway, well, today didn't go exactly as smoothly as I had envisioned it a couple days ago, or a couple weeks ago, but still, we're getting it done. I don't think we're going to be up to Savannah until probably 8:30 or 9, but it is what it is. The freeway is still a little more crowded than I wanted it to be, but what do you do? It is what it is. It's a Friday afternoon before a holiday week, Thanksgiving week. Everybody's traveling. I'm having a good time still, even though there's been a lot of frustrations with traffic and, you know, maybe leaving later than I would have wanted. I don't blame anybody for that. It is what it is. So we'll see you down the road. I'll wrap this video up once we get to where we're going for the night. Yeah, we'll see you up there.